This is a response to Mrsbloodwolf. Her video, Celebrate But Don't Forget. In her video, Celebrate But Don't Forget, she talks about hate crimes that the gay community faces and how we face the most hate crimes, the lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender community. And it's scary, and I guess, you know what, that's another driving factor for me. If we educate people, if we expose people, if we show people that, hey, it's okay to be gay, and to accept your kid and to love your kid, that we'll decrease this, and who knows, maybe in a generation, or maybe in 10 years, maybe in 5 years, we could decrease this. But, you know, when I was running around as a big gay superhero, that is something that crossed my mind. Will I die today? Will I become a martyr for the cause? And that's something I accepted fully. Especially if I was to die while in costume, if I was to die for the cause, or if I was to be beaten on for the cause, I would not let it go down. It would go to the press. I would go to anybody who would be willing to talk to me. And, well, like I said, the thought did cross my mind, will I die today? Every time I put on that costume. And from these thoughts, my fiance was working on an art project, and she took some of those ideas, and we incorporated her, and she took them and inspired her to do a project. Just to warn you guys, these photos might be a little shocking. You might recognize that pose. Somebody in front of a fence. It's the Mathew Shepard pose, and that's super queer, in the same state that Mathew Shepard was in. And this was another one of those. Super queer being hung on a fence, beaten to within inches of here life. This is what crossed my mind each and every time I put on that costume and went out and about. But, I mean, I only got called faggot twice, and as soon as somebody called me faggot, somebody else would come along and yell, "Hey, super queer, yay, superhero!" You know, I even showed these to a couple of members of my family, and one of them couldn't even look at them. This is our reality. But it's getting better. And I'm hoping that with the advances that have been made, with the UN resolution, or whatever happened with the UN, and with Don't Ask, Don't Tell, and with Generation Y growing up with people who are just more open, gay-straight alliances in high schools, and a growing acceptance, I'm hoping that this will just go down in history, that civil rights will move on, and that one day, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now, we can look back and say, yeah, you know what, that was a very dark time, but we made so many strides. So, Mrsbloodwolf, these are my thoughts, and I like this channel, and I hope you continue with your statistics and all the numbers and direct information you're putting forth. Peace out. Keep up the good work.